Hi, my name is Jessica Gigstad, and I literally live in a cornfield in Kansas.
I'm married to the nicest farmer ever, and we love raising our children in rural America. But even though I'm a country girl at heart, I love being fancy. I love finding new recipes. I have a passion for entertaining. But here on the farm, it's most important to nourish my nearest and dearest. Whether it's entertaining al fresco or a cozy night in, I'll find a way to make it simple and scrumptious.
Let's elevate your everyday, yes? Welcome to Highbrow Down Home.
The holidays are upon us, but I'm not sweating it because I've invited my friends over to wrap Christmas presents together. It's a wrap party. We're gonna have some delicious food, we're gonna have a little bubbly, and we're gonna cross a few things off of our Christmas to-do list. So let me tell you what is on the menu for our wrap party. On the menu today is an apple harvest salad with spiced nuts and gorgonzola, a creamy, dreamy vanilla spiced pudding, and an ooey gooey baked fontina served with a side of crusty French bread. First on the menu is my vanilla spice pudding. It is easy to make ahead and it's so creamy and luxurious. It's gonna be just the perfect thing to enjoy while we're wrapping presents. Spiced vanilla pudding starts with 3 cups of milk in a saucepan, and I toss in a cinnamon stick and let it steep. We'll let it get bubbly around the edges, and then we'll add it to our eggs. Spiced vanilla pudding is so luxurious, it just says Christmas to me. So let's get started on it. We are going to whisk up 4 egg yolks. And then I am going to add 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, just to make it nice and thick. I guess if we want to be technical about this, we could call this a custard. Custards are typically made with eggs, but I think pudding just sounds a little more retro, so that's what I'm calling it today. And next we're going to add in half a cup of sugar. And we'll whisk this all up until it's nice and smooth, and try not to get a puff of cornstarch in your face. This really reminds me of making madeleines. It's whipping up some eggs and sugar until they're a beautiful butter color. All right, and we're just gonna whip this till it's nice and pale. All right, and then a little pinch of salt just to offset all the sweetness. Okay, and I think my milk is ready to go. So it's just starting to bubble around the sides. You don't want it to boil, we just want to scald it a little bit. And next we're gonna do what we call tempering. We don't wanna just dump the eggs in the milk here. We've gotta let them have a chance to get to know each other a little bit first. I'm going to just gently pour a bit of the hot milk into the eggs, just so the eggs don't scramble when we add them back into the saucepan. Whisk around. And if your eggs do get a little bit lumpy, you can just strain them out. It's not the end of the world. I'd say that's tempered to a T. And then I'll gently pour this back into my saucepan. And then we'll put this back on the heat so that it can get nice and thick and rich and creamy. Oops. And to make this vanilla spice pudding, we need some spices, of course. So I am going to drop in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. Good vanilla extract is really, really nice in this. Okay. Normally Normally I do this on the stove, but it's just easier to show you here on the countertop. And then half a teaspoon of ginger for a nice subtle little kick. And a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. And then we're going to do another half teaspoon of cinnamon. Smells like Christmas. All right, back on the heat to thicken up for about 5 to 7 minutes. While my vanilla spice pudding is thickening up on the stove, I am going to get started on the crunchy little bottom layer of my pudding cups. I've got a bag of ginger snaps here. I thought that would be nice and festive with our vanilla pudding. And I'm going to crush them up with my rolling pin. Ginger snaps are all done. So next I am going to grab my pretty tray and my cute little pudding jars. I am so smitten with these pudding jars. I just love them. All right, and we're going to just take some ginger snaps and spoon them on the bottom, like so. Give them a little shake so they're nice and even. All right, so the pudding is done. And the way we know it's done is that it coats the back of the spoon. So I'll get a nice dollop on here. And if you can draw a line and it stays, then you know that your pudding is done. This is so smooth and creamy. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. All right. Now the tricky part is just not dripping all over the glass. So we'll see if I can do it. Oh, hello, you're so luscious. Merry Christmas, my dear friends. Perfect. How beautiful is that? Who would not want to wrap presents and dig into one of these luscious little guys? I'm going to put these in the fridge to cool, and then I'm going to garnish them with whipped cream and toffee and sprinkles. My pudding has cooled, and now it's time for the fun part, time to garnish. I've got them on a beautiful pedestal, and next we're going to cheat a little and use some whipped cream. I'm just gonna give it a big dollop on the top. Adorbs. All right, and I've got some toffee bars here. This is going to be the most adorable dessert. Okay, and then we're just gonna take some toffee bits. Shush, hush your mouth, you're cute. All right, and next, just some little rainbow sprinkles. Oh my gosh, très chic. I mean, how much fun is this? I'm super excited to wrap presents. It's bizarre. When we come back, my harvest apple salad. Stay right here. To counterbalance all of the decadence of the holiday season, I thought it would be good to have a nice light salad, but still have it be unexpected. So I put together an apple harvest salad full of all kinds of fun flavor. We've got creamy gorgonzola, we've got a nice tangy dressing, and we've got some crunchy spiced holiday nuts to go on the top. For a nice light accompaniment to the decadence of the holiday season, I thought I would fix a nice apple salad, but with lots of fun ingredients to make it unexpected and still really festive. So I'm making a harvest apple salad, and I'm putting some candied nuts on the top of it. It's gonna be so much fun. So I'm going to start with 1.5 cups of walnuts and 1.5 cups of pecans. And I've got my oven preheating to 350 degrees, and these are ready in a snap. They go so fast. And to this, I am adding 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Nothing says cozy and homey like maple syrup. There we go. All right, and some olive oil. And we're just going to give those a nice little coating. And next we are going to add a tablespoon of brown sugar and a little cayenne pepper for some nice kick and heat. And I'll just give that a little zhuzh around. And there we go. And we will toss these to coat. And I'll get these onto a parchment lined baking sheet. If I were just doing these by themselves, I would top them with a little thyme or a little rosemary or something. But since there's gonna be so much going on in this salad, I thought I would leave them a little bit calmer. And I'm just spreading them out in an even layer. And we'll top it all off with some flaky sea salt. So lovely. All right, into the oven at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. While the nuts are baking up in the oven, I am going to start on the apple component of our harvest apple salad. So I've got some golden delicious apples, some nice tart pink lady apples, and a pear. I'm gonna slice these into delicate little wedges. And I'm gonna toss these apples with a little bit of lemon juice just to stop the browning process. It's amazing how well that works. And onto a pink lady. All right, and to my apple medley I've got here, I'm gonna add some endive leaves or endive, depending on your mood. And these add just kind of a nice kind of bitterness. A subtle bitter counterpoint to all the sweetness we've got going on. Let's see how it comes out. There we go. Okay. And we'll give this all a little toss around. Try and coat all the apples. Oop, that one tossing. Get a little more lemon juice on there. Perfect. It's such a dainty salad. It's gonna be perfect for my girlfriends. And nice and light too. All right, the apple harvest part of the salad is ready. So now we have to add all the delicious toppings and a yummy dressing. To accompany our apple salad, I'm making a nice tangy apple cider vinaigrette to go along with it. So that starts with 2/3 of a cup of olive oil, and then 3 tablespoons of honey. And I'm just gonna mix it up right here in my little jar. All right, and then 1/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar for some nice tanginess. And then we're going to do 2 to 3 tablespoons of tahini. Now tahini is a sesame paste. It's in hummus, and it's just really smooth and kind of rich, and I thought it would add kind of a nice nuttiness to this salad dressing. Depending on how nutty you want it. We'll start with 2. All right, and then we need a pinch of salt and a little bit of pepper. And I love making my own salad dressings because then you know exactly what is inside it. It doesn't have a ton of preservatives or weird stuff that you don't know what it is. All right, and then for some nice piney, fresh woodsiness, some beautiful little green thyme leaves. And these just elevate anything that they're in. I love thyme so much. And plus, I love the beautiful little green flecks. Anytime you can add fresh herbs to anything, I just think it makes it so outstanding. Okay, we'll pop the lid on and give it a little shake about. All right, let's taste it and find out. It's tangy and it's got that apple cider bite. It's gonna be perfect on our salad. Our candied holiday nuts are out of the oven and they're smelling so fragrant. I might just have to try a pecan here. And nice and crunchy. They're perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go in. I'm going to go in and sprinkle the nuts all over the top of the salad. Ooh, I'm getting just the tiniest bit of spice from that cayenne. So pretty. And I'm just gonna kind of just give it a gentle toss. There we go. All right, and then I've got some crumbled gorgonzola cheese here. So I'm going to just drop those crumbles all over. There we go. Beautiful. And a few more of these gorgeous nuts. And we have a beautiful apple harvest salad full of texture and flavor. And I will just let my friends dress their own salads when they arrive. When we come back, the showstopper, baked fontina. Don't go anywhere. Baked fontina is a total showstopper, and who knew it is the easiest appetizer ever to put together. I know my girlfriends are just going to love it. Next, we're getting started on the star of the show, baked fontina. And this is barely even a recipe. It's so delicious and the presentation is utterly show-stopping. It's a really great appetizer to share with your friends. So I am just cutting up some fontina and I'm gonna do about 12 ounces of it. So about a package and a half. And I'm going to cut it into little cubes. And I've got my broiler preheating for me. And I've set it on high. I'm super excited to share this with my friends. I have been dying to make this for them. All right, I've got my cast iron skillet here and I'm swirling in some olive oil. And I'm just gonna take these beautiful cheese cubes and get them in the bottom. There we go, and kind of an and we're gonna get them in an even layer as much as we can. Snuggle some extra ones down in there. Okay, there we go. Oop, a little escapey. All right, cheese is all ready to go. All right, and next we need some garlic. Let's see. I'm gonna slice up about 2 cloves of garlic. In nice thin slices. Try not to cut yourself. And I'll just sprinkle those in. Okay, we'll sprinkle those in. And to take this appetizer even more over the top, I'm going to grab this beautiful cognac. I'm going to splash in about 1/4 of a cup. Oh, I just feel, I don't know, so festive already. I'm so excited for this. All right, and for a little bit of heat, some red pepper flakes. And a pinch of pepper. And some flaky sea salt for a tiny bit of crunch. Gorgeous. And then for some freshness, some thyme. So this is almost like pizza topping. It's almost like French onion soup topping. It's just delicious. That's about all I know. And I'll garnish it with some more fresh thyme when it comes out from under the broiler. All right, and that's all there is to it. This is baked fontina. So it goes into the oven under the broiler for about 5 to 7 minutes until the top is just starting to bubble and get brown. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is baked fontina and it is so luscious. I wish we had smell-o-vision so that you could smell the garlic and the olive oil and of course all the cheese. So we're gonna get this on its serving platter. And I've just got a big old board here, octopus arms, with some nice crusty French bread. And I'll just snuggle that on there. Put a little bit of this thyme on the side. Oh man. And that's picture perfect and ready for its close-up. This is gonna be so fun to dig into while we're doing the labor of wrapping all of our Christmas presents. But I think I've gotta just try this before everybody gets here. Oh my goodness. Yum. Oh! It's a Christmas miracle. Oh my gosh, this is so good. How do you even? I don't know, I have no words. Let's give it a try. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. If I wasn't excited about